Thank you guys. I'm excited to talk to you today. Hey, my name is Brian Turner. I am a principal in Salem-Keizer Public Schools. I'm the principal at Candelaria Elementary School. My partner is Josh Williams.
How you doing? I'm an attorney out of Hillsboro, Oregon, working for the state of Oregon doing unemployment insurance tax litigations, and I'm here to talk about HBCUs today.
So we're going to talk about HBCUs. Does anybody know what an HBCU stands for? HBCU, take a shot. Take a shot.
Honestly,
Change that honest to historic, and we're getting closer.
historical black college.
Who said it?
Historic.
Who said it?
Historic.
All right, we got a little prize for you.
Oh,
So, but before we can even get there, I need to talk to you about, you have to do something before you get to HBCU.
oh, come on.
Before you get to HBCU, you have to get through high school. So I want to quickly go through that, and I want to refer you to your counselors for more information. But being an educator myself, I cannot talk about HBCUs until I talk about your high school. So you will need 24 credits when you get to high school, and you will need them in these areas. This is going to be a quick overview because I want you to learn about HBCUs. Who knows what a GPA is? Okay, your grade point average is valuable. This is what an A, this is what a B, this is what a C, this is what a D looks like and equates to. If you have an A, a C, and a B, and you add those up, you get points, then you divide them by the total classes. This is your GPA. Why is GPA important? You're about to find out.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I'll give you a chance. So GPA is important for these reasons right here. It's the single most important factor for college admissions. Read the second line with me. Together. And a high GPA can make you eligible for more scholarships and college honor programs. Thank you. So, it's not about if, it's about when we go to college, and it's about getting scholarships and money to do that. We're here to promote HBCUs. If you have aspirations to play college sports, raise your hand. I played college sports. And if you want to do that, you need your GPA to be up. Okay? All right. So I'm going through this pretty quick because I want to get to some other things. This is just really quick. Ask your counselors about this. Dual enrollment, honors courses, and basically what I want to tell you about that is if you take really tough classes in high school, you get more GPA points. My wife teaches at one of our high schools, and she teaches some of these advanced placement courses. You can get college credit at a school like Western in high school. That can help you get closer to that dream, get closer to that education. So ask your counselors about this. All right? All right, that's how we get there. So now we're going to turn our heads to, we're done, we're thinking about college, we're thinking about HBCU, historically black colleges and universities. All right, I'm going to turn it over to my partner. He's going to talk to you about HBCUs a little bit more in depth.
I like this slide a lot because basically what it does is summarize some of the information you just saw in the video. Number one, HBCU is a school that was established before the Civil Rights Act in 1964. Okay? And back in the day, they were primarily our only choice. We couldn't get into the PWI schools. I mean, that's primarily white institutions. We had to go to an HBCU. There are 101 HBCUs today. Obviously there are more, but as you saw, we have other opportunities now. You saw the slide that a lot of blacks are now going to LSU versus Southern. You guys might change that trend after completing the seminar and consider HBCU when you apply to college. And as you see at the bottom of the slide here, there's 27 that offer doctoral programs, 52 that offer master programs. I know a lot of you said that you were interested in playing sports. You saw the Southern band, they have a great football team. Jackson State has a great football team. They all have great track programs and basketball programs. After this is over, what should happen is when it comes time to apply to college, HBCU should come to mind. So we'll go to this next slide here, and this will pretty much explain why you don't know much about HBCUs. I think this map appeared on the video shortly, but you're way up here, right? How far is the closest HBCU to you? Texas. And because of the distance, you don't give it any thought. But when you go there, you'll be in a totally different environment. As one lady said, they had the choice between Southern University and the University of Alabama. She felt more at home at Southern University. There were more people looking like her attending that school. Her teachers looked like her. And as the guy at the United Negro College Fund said, they give us more support and resources. You know, tutoring, help, and all our classes and stuff, something you might not find at one of the larger institutions. We'll go to the next slide.
Wonderful.
Now, who knows who this is? All right, give me his name.
Chad.
Who?
T'Challa. But the actor's name, Chad Boseman, I believe.
Chadwick Boseman. That's close enough. Yeah.
That's candy for them.
Yeah, we get this stuff in here.
So these next several slides, you're gonna see some people that you may know or you might not know, and they all have something in common. One, they're African American.
Right.
Two, they all went to HBCUs. And we're gonna test your knowledge about those.
Yeah. What HBCU did he attend?
Texas.
Nope. East Coast.
East Coast. Oregon.
Florida. No, West Coast.
Florida University.
Howard University.
Googling is cheating.
Howard University.
Wait, what? You didn't see it.
Howard's got a lot of famous alums. One of them being Thurgood Marshall. Anybody ever hear of Thurgood Marshall? First black Supreme Court justice.
We were even saying that Diddy is
Yeah. P. Diddy, Sean Combs.
Howard is in
University.
Washington, D.C.
Everybody ought to know who this is.
Oh,
Yeah, who's that?
Tell me his name.
Spike Lee.
Over there? Spike Lee? Okay. He went to the same college. One of the most famous black people in the history of the United States. We celebrate his birthday every year.
HBCD.
Okay, where did Martin Luther King go to school?
Somewhere in Alabama, I believe.
Morehouse College. Morehouse College. Spike Lee is an alum of Morehouse College. Okay, this is one of my favorite slides right here. Look at her job. President and Chief Operating Officer. And this is not by fluke. Prior to her getting this job here, she was the President of Operations of Sam's Club, you know, the side, the wholesale warehouse part to Walmart. So this is another big job. She's from my hometown, Detroit. Her name is Rosalind Brewer. Okay, where did she go to school? I'll give you a hint. It's an all-girls school. So we do have all-girls HBCUs.
Alabama. Spellman.
Illinois.
I said
You gotta
Spellman.
share your candy with your.
I said Spellman.
Who said Oprah first?
We'll give the girl.
What's the girl?
Spread the wealth. Spread the wealth.
Okay. Notice that Oprah is the first and only female African American billionaire, folks. Billionaire, not millionaire, not thousandaire. Billionaire. Where did she go to school?
This is a pretty tough one.
I'll give you a hint.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I'll give you a hint.
Kentucky.
The state is Tennessee.
Tennessee College.
Wait,
State of
what was the
Tennessee
hint?
College.
What was the hint?
Oh, Tennessee University.
He said it. This guy's cool.
Wait, what is it?
Go ahead and say it louder.
Just give him the bag.
Tennessee State University.
Not a different one.
She majored in communications and actually got a full scholarship to Tennessee State. We'll go to the next slide.
All right, one of Miss Williams' favorites.
This should be a household name right now. Who is it?
Michelle
Obama.
President of the United States.
Michelle Obama.
It's not Michelle Obama. Okay, hold on. We're gonna give a little help. One of the adults in the back of the room want to help them out?
How many?
Huh?
I gave
Oakland,
away a
California,
couple
that's
answers
the
already, so I'm
And
not
he's
gonna-
saying, over here talking, but he's saying Kamala Harris.
Natasha.
She said, all right, that's exactly who it is. Where did she go to college?
California.
Kansas.
No, she went to an
Howard
University.
Howard University, not Harvard, Howard.
Who's up that?
That's Kamala Harris. Now, this person here,
Shaq.
no, it's not Shaq.
Used to be a grandma.
It's,
How?
So,
she got split it with her because she was
listening, he's
first
listening.
black Super Bowl quarterback. 1988 Super Bowl game, beat the Denver Broncos 42-7.
Tiger Woods.
Is an executive with Washington Redskins to this day. He shares my last name.
Tiger Woods.
No. He shares
LeBron
my last
James.
name. My last name is Williams.
Mr. Williams.
Oh my god.
Wait, but he went
Terrell Williams.
didn't he
No.
go to coach at Grambling?
Oh, yes, that's right.
He was at
It was a
Grambling.
teacher.
That's-
I
Oh,
said
but I
that.
thought it was one of the kids.
I
She
said
said-
that.
I know.
Hey, give her some candy.
You should have
His
told me
name,
so I
his name is
would've
Doug
switched
Williams.
Doug
He
Williams.
played quarterback at Grambling.
Close
Was
enough.
the number one pick, I believe, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before he went to the
This is why
Redskins.
I studied
And his first black Super Bowl quarterback.
California.
This is a little bit harder.
Oh, isn't that? LeBron.
Right there.
What?
I did.
So we need to give it to you first.
You live in
I said,
Houston.
"What?" It goes to this one first.
Colin
Okay.
Kaepernick.
Washington Peyton, currently the second leading all-time rusher in the NFL, was number one up until, here's another candy opportunity.
So now, guys, pay attention.
Who
Eyes up here.
surpassed Walter Payton on the rushing list?
What?
Yes. That's a harder question.
Tiger
Like
Woods.
you-
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Yes, Tiger Woods played golf. That's the joke.
Okay.
This is serious.
It was Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. And the reason I'm showing you all these different pictures is the fact that great people come from a lot of different HBCUs. You don't have to just go with one particular one. And all these people accomplish great things. There's nothing inferior about an HBCU. You get a great education, and as that video show, the cost to attend an HBCU is typically 20% lower, if not more, to attend over, over the 4 years in a GMI. It's cost student.
I had a question. On the map, they didn't have any on the West Coast, but don't we have the HBCU in California?
It's a doctor.
Charles Drew Medical School.
It's a medical school.
It's a medical school, so there's 4 medical schools I can think of that are HBCUs: Charles Drew, Meharry, Howard, and Morehouse.
So for the kids at Claggett, when you go back to school, look on my door. At Claggett, we have all of the teachers with the colleges they went to.
Oh, yeah.
Look at my college and find out where, if it's a HBCU or not.
Okay.
It is.
Boise State.
Wait, where'd you go to?
Africa.
Go look on my door when you go back. And it has on the outside what college I went to. Or
I
even
didn't even
HBCU.
Did you run
With
too?
a
Because
very,
you had to
very
go
important message
Get it right.
that you need to listen to right now, because you guys are going to change the future.
All right, guys. Attention, eyes up here. I want you to look at me. I have a couple statements, and then I got to ask you some questions. So, one of the videos that you didn't see talks about the percentage of African Americans that go to historically black colleges. And the percentage of African Americans that go to historically black colleges is 8%.
Holy.
And that's pretty low. And so that's why we implore you today to think about that. But on a serious note, all hands down, all eyes on me. Reference 2 o'clock there, everybody can catch that. So, think about this. I have a question for you. Who has been in Salem Kaiser schools since kindergarten? Raise your hand.
Me. Oh, sorry.
Okay. I want you to be bold right now. So, look at me. You've been here since kindergarten. How many teachers have you had that look like me? 1. Go around the room. How many teachers have you had that look like me?
I mean, I know my teacher that
Say it out loud. Zero. Zero.
Does it count
All
if I
right,
know
bring it down.
celebrity
Bring it
that
down.
looks like you?
Why am I asking you that question? Why am I asking you that question? Why am I asking you that question? Because that needs to change.
I had Mr. Hall.
That needs to change. Guys, eyes up here. Think about what I'm saying. Hey, let's go up here. Because you can't change it by talking. You got to change it by listening and then doing. That needs to change. I heard 0. I heard 1. I have a 2 and 3-year-old, and I cannot let that happen. They cannot say I had nobody. You need to be that somebody. I'm a principal for Salem Kaiser Public Schools, and I want you to come work for me in a few years. I want you to be a teacher. I want you to change the world. And you can do that whether you go to HBCU or WU. You can be a teacher. You can be that difference. You think about it. Young lady, you were bold and said 1, maybe 0. If you had several, think of how much better and easier things would be in the education system for you. You need to do that for my kids. I can let you go 5 minutes early to lunch.
All right.